Hi folks, I'm coming to you today from another sunny one. In the UK it's getting quite nice now, we're having pretty good days. Sun out, a little bit warmer. Not quite t-shirt weather, you'd go out and a little bit cool. Saying that, you do see the odd person out that's pretty much like that. Probably a little bit younger. Soup. My precious. Yeah. I'm getting that way. I'm very, very addicted to chili, hot chili, and hotter chili. Went to shop today, come out with about 6 or some odd bottles of different hot chili sauces, and I'm like a kid that's going to go to freaking Disneyland or something. Excited. My precious, come to me. Getting that bad. I wasn't quite that bad. But anyway, this is all about what's coming up, hopefully. Procrastinated a little bit. There's a music video that I was gonna do some talk over to. I haven't got round to that yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it because I am crap. Apart from that, what's coming up? Right, I'll be doing a video maybe this week, maybe, hopefully, on the DIY of goth again. I've done one before, maybe, hopefully I'll talk a little bit differently about it. I'm sure I shall do another one and maybe another one because it's something that's important in here to me. The fact that I think we need to get back quite a lot more to being creative and DIY, which is how we started out, and we've sort of drifted off to a hell of a distance, and I think now we're getting young people, some older people, probably some people that's in goth that worried about staying within it, and a lot of it is how you envisage goth. And there's so much out there now that's saying, buy this product, look at this product I'm wearing, look at that, look at this. And we're talking about flipping expense, and as time goes on, expense is becoming an issue with people. Governments are changing and doing weird and wonderful things. Some things are getting dearer, some things are getting cheaper, but it is becoming an issue, and I don't want to see, especially youngsters that are probably coming into goth. I've always felt goth, but man, this is too much for me. I can't do this. They're probably still at school, they're living at home, they just haven't got the money. And even if they got a bit of money, we're talking about the more than a bit of money. And it's not what goth's about. If we're gonna start worrying about, bloody hell, can I be goth? Can I continue to be goth? Whatever, because of what I envisage is out there, we're in for bloody big trouble. And the last thing you want is people spending a hell of a lot of money, getting into debt or whatever, to be in a subculture that you don't have to be in that situation. So the video coming up will be talking a little bit on that, my views on it, and maybe 1 or 2 tips of little bits of DIY here and there. Things that you can do that when you go out there, yes, it's not what you see in this big mainstream goths probably on YouTube or somewhere, or the odd ones in the street have got. So you're thinking, oh man, I haven't got that, so I can't be. You bloody well can. And you don't realise that a lot of this DIY stuff that you do, people look just the same upon it out there as if you'd spent the bloody earth on it. It's totally crazy, and we'll probably talk a little bit about that as well. So that's coming up, and it might be later this week, and today is Thursday. So that's coming up. I wanted to do a nice wintry cemetery visit, never got round to it, but weather's getting nice again, so I'll probably pretty quickly go and do another walkabout. I might even see what buildings are around that I can go and have a look at and chat about, even if I can't get into them. But I'll see if there's anything of use around this area that will chill your bones. Maybe not. Anyway, that's coming up. April should be mwah. There's 2 people coming over from America that I'm going to meet up with at some point, along with other goths. That is one, Midnight Owl. You probably follow her. If you don't, you probably see the odd things that she does. If you don't, go and follow her. I'll put the link down there. The other one is the Green Goddess. People who know her under a different name, but I'll put what link I can down there. And the Green Goddess, as lots of you might know, is the creator and founder of Goths for Sophie. So if you've got a Goths for Sophie calendar, or you've seen it, and you want it, or whatever, that is who the creator is. So April, going to be good. Meets up, probably bits of video, probably little bits of chat from both sides are coming, which is going to be fantastic, and in the process meeting some other friends that I have online that are probably hopefully going to merge in at the same time. So that April should be pretty flipping exciting. Apart from that, I'm sure other stuff will come up, especially spicy stuff. Talking about DIY, things like that, you got buying, DIY, adapting. So DIY, making things, doing it yourself. Adapting, taking that you look at and think, I can turn that into goth, or I can turn that into something that looks a bit freakier. So a doll, you look at a doll and think, yeah, it's a little bit freaky, but if I take it home and I do this, that and the other to it, it's going to look a hell of a lot freakier. So talking about all them sort of things, one of my favourite things is t-shirts, because they can be freaking expensive now. And we can, in the UK, we can be talking about 25 quid upwards. Not to say there isn't cheaper, especially for what you might want. What I tend to do is I'll buy very cheap black t-shirts. Sometimes I'll buy them from charity shops. You've only got to give them a wash. They're not falling to bloody bits or anything, they're fine. Bring them home, acrylic paint, or if you've got another process, I use acrylic paint. I paint words of whatever I want on there, or little pictures at times. And then what I tend to do is I put a cloth over them and give them a good hot iron to get it in, and then I find that it stays there, it don't wash out or anything. So that's a good cheap way. The next way I do is things like this. I buy the t-shirt, but I send the information in, the photograph, whatever, of what I want put on it. They do it for me, send it out to me, and because of the speed of what I want the post to come to me, probably cost me about £16 with a high quality shirt plus fast postage, because I'm an impatient bugger. This was my latest. Don't know if you can see what that is. I'll put a picture up. Put a picture up of the things I paint. Now if you're going to paint them, you can be really precise and lovely as you want to be. On the other hand, you can be as rough as you want to be. It doesn't flipping matter. A lot of things I do, whether it's that or other things, I've realised that don't worry, because if you go bloody wrong, it can look right, if you understand what I mean. Those are the things coming up, but the big one, DIY goth, and then on top of that, big April. It's going to be bloody exciting, April. So if you keep your eyes open for that month, should have some interesting stuff popping up, hopefully. On that note, in my Marmite mug, the Carolina Reaper.